Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Trojan horses and its working. Trojan horse is an unauthorized program placed inside a legitimate program. An attacker used Trojan to get access to a computer illegally and view secret information such as passwords and harm the computer. It is generally downloaded with some other programs or software. Trojan prompts the user to execute it by hiding a harmful or malicious payload. The payload may start damaging the user computer immediately and may cause many undesirable effects, such as deleting files, displaying pictures, and showing or hiding messages on the screens. सो इट्स की वर्किंग जो है वो हम एक बारी देख लेते हैं हाउ इट वर्क्स some basic terms related to working of trojans are overt channel. It represents a communication medium that facilitates unauthorized data transmissions within a computer or network. The internet is an example of overt channel. Second one is covert channel. It represents a communication medium that transfers data within a computer or network in a way that violates security policies. Attackers use an overt channel to create a covert channel by selecting the ideal or unrelated components of the overt channel. A Trojan forms a covert channel for an attacker to access a user's computer. Third one is wrapper. It represents a software package that an attacker uses to install a Trojan into a user's computer. A wrapper binds a legitimate software file to the Trojan. This process is referred as combined into a single executable file, and when executable file is run, the Trojan is installed into the user's computer. Games and animated installations are generally used as a wrapper. Internet Cloud Message Protocol tunneling is fourth one. It refers to a technique of establishing a covert channel between two remote computers by using ICMP echo request and reply packets. The working of Trojans can be categorized into steps. The attacker gets access to a computer containing a Trojan when user connects the computer to the internet. By using the access provided by the Trojan, the attacker can perform different types of attacks. Uh, Now we are going to discuss about working of some specific Trojans. First one is Amity's Trojan. It represents a Trojan that has more than 400 ready to use options and is the only Trojan having a live update. The Trojan server copies itself to the Windows directory of the user's computer. Therefore, even after the main Trojan file has been deleted, the computer remains infected with the Trojan. Second one is back orifice BO Trojan. It represents a Trojan that are created by a group of hackers known as Cult of the Dead Cow. This Trojan uses a simple console or graphical user interface application to allow an attacker to control a user computer through TCP/IP connection, both on local area network or on internet. BO-Trojan gives the attackers more control to the computer than user has. This Trojan is small and entirely self-installing. Okay, now third one is Back Orifice 2000 BO2K Trojan. It represents a Trojan that does not appear on the task list. It runs completely in hidden mode. After that, this Trojan has been installed on users' computer or server computers. It gives attackers complete control over the computer. Fourth one is Beast Trojan. It facilitates a powerful remote administration tool, RAT, that was written in programming language Delphi 7. This Trojan has unique features that it has a client server and server editor in same applications. This Trojan helped the hackers to have complete control over infected computer. Now we are going to talk about Donald Duck Trojan. It refers to a tool that enables the attacker to control a user computer over a network. This tool uses a client-server architecture in which server resides on a user's computer. The attacker uses the client computer to send command through TCP or sequence packet exchange (SPX) protocol to the server computer. Another one is Let Me Rule Trojan. It facilitates a command prompt that allows the attacker to remotely control the command.com command line shell of a user's computer. It is written in Delphi language and was released in January 2014. This Trojan deletes all the files in a specific directory. It allows the attacker to execute all type of files in the user computer. Another one is NetBus Trojan. So, NetBus Trojan represents a Win32 based Trojan that was written by Swedish programmer Carl Fredriks in March 1998. It allows the attackers to remotely access and control a user's computer through the internet. Another one is Netcat Trojan. It provides basic TCP user datagram protocol networking subsystems that allows the attackers to communicate with network application manually or through scripts. It is also known as Swiss Army knife of networking tool. It provides built-in port scanning capabilities and with randomizers. It also provides built-in loose source routing capability. Another one is Fatbot Trojan. It allows the attackers to control computers and link them into peer-to-peer networks. Then with this computers, the attacker can send large amount of spam emails, messages, or try to make a website offline by flooding the website with large amount of data. This Trojan can steal login names and password, Windows product key, CDs key of some popular games. It can also try to disable antivirus and some firewalls. Another one is Sub7 Trojan. It represents a Windows 32 based Trojans that was written by Mobman. After being installed on a user's computer, it slow downs the computer and constantly displays error message. This Trojan is generally spread through file attachments in email message and internet chat query program. Tiny Trojan is another Trojan which we are going to discuss now. Tiny Trojan. It represents a Trojan that is very small, of only 3 KB size. It was written in assembly language. It can enter into a user's computer over a low bandwidth path and takes a small amount of disk space to store. It uses only 7777 port and can be detected by scanning port of 7777. Now we are going to talk about how we can avoid Trojan infection. How to avoid Trojan infection. There are some precautionary measures that we can take to safeguard our computer from being infected from Trojans. Let's discuss these. First one is, do not download files from websites that are not trustworthy. Even if you know the sender of a file, check the file using a good antivirus tool before opening it. Second one is, do not execute a command that other tell you to execute. Do not visit a web addresses mentioned by strangers, and do not run prefabricated programs or scripts. Third one is, ensures that corporate parameter defenses are being updated regularly. Fourth one is, filter and scan all the contents at the parameter defenses to detect and block malicious content. Fifth one is, run antivirus, firewalls, and malware detection softwares on local computer. Another one is, strictly control user permissions on local computers to prevent malicious applications from being installed on the computer. Monitor internal network traffic for odd ports and encrypted traffic. Use multiple Trojan scanners. Install softwares that detect and remove malicious programs. So by this we can avoid Trojan infections. I hope you like this content. Please subscribe this channel. Thank you. For more updates, please subscribe this channel. Okay. Thank you.